Hey guys, it's Maymay and it's time for my fall tour. And I've got some new stuff to show you, kind of some new stuff. I'm doing some things a little different, especially in my living room. And I've moved some things to different places than usual. So maybe it won't be too boring or be just like last time and the times before. But when you live in the same place for many years, sometimes you decorate the same over and over. But I thought what I would do is just kind of go to the different areas, like the little vignettes that I have set up, and just kind of show you what everything is kind of in a little more detail. So let's start with the mantle. Apologize for all the glare. If I don't have the lights on, then the video is too dark. And with them on, there's a lot of glare. It just is what it is. But I'll get it close so you can see things. So this is my mantle. You might notice in my living room, if you've watched my fall tours before, that I have really changed the color scheme in here. I've gone to more of a gray and white color scheme. So you'll probably notice that through all of this little part of the tour. But I think I'll start over here in this far corner, or the corner of the fireplace. These little sparkly pumpkins came from QVC this year during one of their fall sales that they had. I love them. You know what I love most about them? The sparkle is on the inside and not the outside, so none of that glitter falls off. They are lit, but really in the daytime you can't tell it because they sparkle so much that you can't even tell that the batteries are on. But they right now are lit. Let me see if we can... Nope, you cannot tell, but they are. I love them. And the stand, this stand that this one's on, I'm in love with that stand. I got it from Bath & Body Works. It's a marble candle holder, and I absolutely love it as a riser. So then you might notice this. I think this greenery is kind of sage. I think it's called sage. It reminds me a lot of like olive branch and things like that. But this sage garland came from Hobby Lobby. I got it when it was 50% off. And this little concrete pumpkin, I don't know where it came from. I've had it forever, but it's literally concrete, and it helps to hold the sage in place. Then over here, I have some candle holders and a little pumpkin and candles. So the birch tree candles came from Hobby Lobby this year. Got 2 of those. The candle holders actually came from a store here in our town called Rustic Relics. If you're ever in Clanton, if you ever come to visit us, we always send you there. It is so cool. I always say it's like Pinterest in real life. And these candle holders were repurposed by someone, painted. They're beautiful. I bought those. And then that little wood pumpkin came from Kirkland's. Love it. Let's head down here. This little dealie, you see I have that little metal plant. It's a plant stand is what it is. I have that metal one there. And then I have this one here that's larger. I got those at Rustic Relics as well. They are really cool. What I love about them is I'm going to be able to use them every season, just decorate them for the seasons. And I've been wanting something for my fireplace that kind of would bring the things up, you know, off the floor. And I think, because I don't have a hearth, have you noticed? I just have tile on the floor. So when I decorate, everything's really low. And I wanted something that would bring it up a little bit. And my fireplace is not a real fireplace. It's electric. So I can put stuff this close. If yours is a real fireplace, pay close attention to that. So notice over here in this one, I put this pillow in the back that says gather here. I actually got that pillow when I was in Texas at Decorator's Warehouse. I had an idea when I was there. I thought I want this pillow. That little scarecrow came from Hobby Lobby. I love the white. Are you noticing the white and silver and gray theme? That's what I'm leaning toward in here. This entire piece, I'm going to show you this because I want you to see how easy this is. Watch. You're probably thinking, oh, but you know how to arrange flowers so you can make this happen. No, look, I got to get under there. I'm going to damage it. But look, this piece came from Kirkland's already assembled. It was a little expensive. It was like $39. But the thing I really liked about it was I could go, done. That's what I liked about it. You just lay it in there and it looks like you spent hours decorating and putting in floral pieces and stuff, and I didn't. This throw is one I had in my stash, like we were crafting. It's one I had already in my home, and I just thought it looked cool hanging out of that bucket. So that's how I did that. Down here, you'll see this white pumpkin. This was the first white pumpkin I bought this year. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. I love it. That other little wood pumpkin is the one I got from Kirkland's that looks like the one at the top of the mantle. And this little guy right here, this little weenie dog, I've had it forever. I bought it at an estate sale somewhere. Same thing here. This comes out in one piece. It came from Kirkland's. That pillow is actually from my couch, and it came with my couch when I got it. And I thought, if I have a pillow, another one, I'm going to put one here too. So that's what I did. That big ugly cord thing, I don't stress about it. So then we have this little wreath in the middle. I really like the little wreath there. That's something new I've done this year. And I don't know, I fell in love with it. That came from Kirkland's as well. Okay, nothing really here to show you. This is not new. We've had this all here forever. In the middle here, I do have something new though. On my table, I bought one of those tobacco baskets. Got that at Rustic Relics. These 3 mason jars are some I already had. I just put them there. This little flower, what is this called? A watering can or a pitcher. I got it at Rustic Relics as well. I love the way it looks. And then the flowers came from Walmart. I just picked up, I think there's 5 little bushels. They're just stuck in there. And you're going to notice my new pillow. A sweet subscriber made this for me. I'm absolutely in love with this pillow. This Winnie dog's name is Fraser. He is my favorite. So he gets center place on the couch. I love him because I sit in the chair across the room, right? This is my chair. This is kind of my room. Everybody else is downstairs in the man cave, and I get to have this room. So when I sit in my chair to watch TV, Fraser watches with me, and I love it. Okay, behind the couch, I want to go around there and show you how that all works. So let me walk around the room. I hope you guys enjoy the stories I tell you behind all the pieces because I think it's really cool to kind of know where things come from or how you got them. This lantern, this rusty lantern came from my pastor. He, on his farm, has some houses and barns that have just been there for years that all of the things are kind of still in them. And he gave this to me. And the thing that is so amazing about it is this one still has its original glass in it. And I want you to see, this glass is shaped. Do you see it has like a curve in it? It is so rare to find these lanterns with the original glass. I keep this out all year long, every season. It goes from spring, summer, winter, fall, all of them. These white pumpkins, they're from Bath & Body Works years and years and years ago. I've never burned them. See their candles? Never burned them. They have moved from one place to the other. They have been everywhere in my house ever since I've had them. I probably had them 6 years, really. These guys, the most controversial craft I've ever done. Honestly, it's so funny. I did these on my channel. I painted them with chalk paint, and I did them years ago, probably 5 years ago. And every person that watched it, not every person, I take that back. A lot of people said, oh, those will never last. You should have sealed them. Your paint's going to chip off. They're never going to live. Well, guys, they're going strong. I think we're at 6. I really do think 5 or 6 years. I don't know. You can tell by looking on my channel. But I made them forever ago just using chalk paint and mason jars and some stickers. So there are those guys. And I love these candles that are inside. Let me show y'all. No, I'm not going to get burned. Don't worry. They're faux. These candles I got from Decorator's Warehouse when I was there doing one of the Christmas shows. And I don't remember, probably 2 years ago or a year or so ago. They're by Candle Impressions. Do you see that? They're amazing. And I have popcorn down in there. So what I do is I put this tall candle in and then I just press it down in there like that so that the flame is the only thing showing. And I really love how those look. Look how cool. Love them. Now I will tell you, these don't go in a box. They don't get put in a tub. These go into my pantry. I have a shelf on my pantry that I keep fall things, and I have a shelf that I keep Christmas things that I don't want to get damaged. And these are some of those that go there. This side, I have these little white pumpkins. This lantern came from Hobby Lobby last year, I think. And I love it. I wanted to add more white to this room. See, I used to have, you may remember if you watched some of my old tours, I used to have like a burnt orange couch and a floral chair, and I loved it, but it really wore out, so I replaced it with this gray leather, which I adore, and so that's when I started adding the white things. So that lantern came from Hobby Lobby. I don't know where those little pumpkins came from, sorry. Here's more white pumpkins. I just started collecting them, and I just love a white pumpkin, especially against a dark background. And here I got a couple candles. I don't have those lit. I think they're not on timers, so sometimes I forget to light them, but they say thankful and blessed, and they're white. I found those at Rustic Relics as well. This bright kind of yellow pumpkin my mother-in-law gave me. She got that at Kirkland's. And under there's just some stuff I've collected forever. This wooden box is actually what my little white mason jars on my coffee table go in. And I keep saying I'm going to put something in there, but I keep forgetting, so it sits there waiting. All right, let's go to the dining room. So in my dining room, I really focus mostly on my buffet area and then my centerpiece of my table. These guys right here at one point lived on my mantle on either side of the TV some years ago. If you watch my tours, you'll be able to see that I just move stuff around to different places. But I like them on this stand. And this stand is actually one I use for some lanterns that I have at Christmas time, so that's why those are sitting there. But I put these here for some color, and then I love how this turned out. Let me show you. I may have to go both directions for you to see this. But this is my fall setup on the buffet. I'll just tell you where everything came from. So this guy, which people ask me about all the time, this stand that holds cups, I got it at a yard sale across the street years and years ago, and it came with these mugs that are the perfect color. We've never used those mugs. They've just been there ever since. Now, sometimes I take them down, and at Christmas, sometimes I'll put snow globes on that little riser. I love it. I'm never getting rid of it. It's perfect for displaying things. I love it. This little table runner came from Hobby Lobby this year. You'll probably see it at Christmas too, because that was my plan to make double use out of it. This little sign, I don't remember. I want to say Dollar General. I want to say that. Oh, I bet I can look. Nope. No, here it is. Not Dollar General, Hobby Lobby. Look at that. So I think that's Hobby Lobby. It doesn't say. Yeah, it does. Hobby Lobby. This little thing is a Pioneer Woman. Is that right? Yeah, Reed Drummond Pioneer Woman cake stand. And these pumpkins that are glittery are from Valerie Parhill on QVC years and years and years ago, to the point that they no longer work. They're so old. They're light up pumpkins, but they don't work anymore. And it's my fault, not Valerie's fault. I left the batteries in and they corroded, and I just haven't tried cleaning them and fixing them. I actually bought 2 sets, so I ended up with I want to say I had maybe, let's see, 6 or more of these. I have a bunch of these, but they're glistening. They have this glistening, sugary looking stuff on them. So they just look as good if they're not lit, as long as I put them in a place that has a lot of light. And that's why I add that little lighted garland. I don't remember where I got that garland. I want to say Hobby Lobby. This pumpkin is so cute, but it's just one of those little plastic pumpkins. I think it came from like Hobby Lobby. This definitely came from Hobby Lobby. I shop there a lot. I love this little guy. It used to be on my fireplace, and I moved it over here this year. This copper tray came from my Aunt Nita. She gave me that as a present, and I thought it was really pretty because, let me back up and show you this. This tray piece that everybody asked me about came from Kirkland's years and years and years ago, and it's all one piece. It's hung up, one piece. And I just thought that tray kind of added to it, like it just went down even further to put that tray there. Thought it was cool. And my niece Lydia and I love fake food. I bought her for Christmas some of these little cupcakey things and cake. She loves to play with fake food and have fake picnics and tea parties. But when I bought them for her, I thought, you know what? I want some too. So I bought these on Amazon, and they're fake or faux, whichever you want to say it. And yep, they still smell good. They have kind of a pastry smell to them. And usually they're under a glass, one of the domes for the little cake stands. But because I wanted to use the cake stands as risers on my buffet, I took the glass off. I'll show you what I did with those two. That little sign is from Hobby Lobby. I figured it was. I love mixing metals. Look, I've got like copper, gold, whatever these are, more copper. I love to mix the metals. A lot of people don't, and I respect that, but I'm all about mixing metals. So now you can see it from the other side. All right, where did those cakes go? I'll show you. So these are the cakes that I normally have on those little cake stands, but I just put them on this little buffet to the side and just left the little glass domes on them. Look at these gorgeous copper pumpkins. I don't remember where I got them from. They open up so you can store things in them, and I just love them. And down there is a bowl of pumpkins. That's what we're going to call it. On my table is my cup of coffee that I was enjoying a moment ago. And this runner I've had probably since we moved back home. When I say moved back home, we had a house fire. So we rebuilt this house, I want to say 7 years ago, maybe 8. I don't remember anymore. But this is one of the first things I bought. I just loved it. It's reversible, so you can have a stripe or you can have the floral, and I love the floral. I don't use it every year. Some years it gets left in the drawer, but this year it came out. This year I found this piece at Rustic Relics, the wood piece, and I just went through all of my stash and pulled all these pumpkins together and leaves and this and that and the other and stuck them down. I mean, these are just sitting in here. Look. That's just from a floral arrangement. A pick you can get from Dollar General or Walmart or Dollar Tree. And I just picked it off and just tucked it like that. This one's the same. See, it's just a flower just sitting there to fill in the spaces. And then those 3 candles also came from Decorator's Warehouse. That's those candles that are just incredible. I don't think these are candle impressions, though. Let me look. These are, well, I can't see. I don't know who these are made by. Do you see the coffee in there? That's what that is. That's coffee. Because I had them in a display that had coffee in the bottom, and so it's kind of stuck to them. So that's my dining room table, super simple. And I want to tell you, speaking of super simple, I didn't do hardly any decorating inside my kitchen on my counters, and I'll tell you why. We have been entertaining a lot. Like, we've had people over a good bit, and I find that when I do my kitchen counters, I have to remove stuff so much for us to put food out and things like that, that I decided this year, I put my pumpkins back up. See my little pumpkins right there? But I decided this year I'm not decorating my counter, so I don't have to take stuff off every time we have a get-together. I did put things on the bar, but my kitchen counters really don't have a lot. Plus, Orange is one of my favorite colors. So like my mixer is orange, so it looks fall. I use a lot of copper in my kitchen, so that's already fitting in. So that's why we're not going in the kitchen too much. Okay, this little guy is so cute. You see this little cake stand? Rustic Relics. That little pumpkin on top is from Hobby Lobby. There's more of those glittered pumpkins. I love this. Look, guys. Okay, this does not fit in here. Do you see this gap? Now, when you come to see me, you're going to notice that. But had I not told you, you would have never noticed. When you walk by, you just go, look at that pumpkin in that cake stand. It's super cute, right? So don't stress about stuff like that. This lantern came from Decorator's Warehouse when I was there this year. It takes AAA batteries, and guess what I don't have? AAA batteries. So that's why it's not lit for you guys to see it today. I didn't do anything to this table because this is the place we would probably mostly sit to eat, or we'd have people over to eat. And if we're having a get together, I'll put food on that table. So I left it simple so we could just clean that one off. The kitchen didn't get a lot of fall love this year. It'll get a lot of Christmas love, but didn't get a lot of fall love. That's where my babies sleep at night. They're outside right now because they were trying to talk during this, so they had to go outside. All right, this section, I'm so in love with this picture. Look at this. It's not a picture, it's just a frame. I found that at Rustic Relics. You guys, I paid $39 for that. Is that gorgeous? It didn't come with the wreath. The wreath is from Kirkland's. I added that to it. And then down here, what's funny is if you know me in any way at all, you know that this snowman, whose name is Roger, stays here year round. Roger has been a staple on this table as long as I can remember, and anything that gets decorated around him just has to know this is his place. So my light up acorns have no problem sitting next to Roger. They love him. But these acorns came from QVC this year. I don't know if these are Valley Par Hill or not. I just know that they're glittery light up acorns. And I want to show you something I did. I didn't have enough risers to do this with. I want to show you what they're lifted up on. So if I move this, that's a candle. But I liked how it looked. I like that black underneath. So that acorn sits on that. This one, let me show you. This is the lid for that candle, and I needed this one to be a little taller. This is one of those Bath & Body Works candle holders. I just turned it upside down. I needed this to sit up a little taller, so I put that on top of there and then put this guy on there like that, and it works. No one knows unless I point it out to a video where everybody's going to watch it. This guy's just sitting on the table, and this is more of that sage. I love the way that sage looks. At the bottom, I just have a pumpkin that has an H on it sitting there when you come up the stairs. And then here, I have these three little pumpkins sitting next to my succulents. And these apothecary jars, I usually decorate them every year or every season. And I decided I really like what's inside them, so I've left that. But for Christmas, I know I'll change it because I like to do them kind of snow globey. I think that's it, y'all. Oh, no, I didn't tell you about this piece in the middle. This piece here is just a milk crate thingy, milk jug kind of thing. Churn, what do they call it? Churn, maybe? And it didn't come with the flowers. These are just picked up at Walmart and around different places and tucked in there. And then that little piece that's sitting in is actually a candle holder. I just thought it looked cute together. And that candle came from Bath & Body Works. And I'll tell you something. If you know me, I'm not big on burning candles because we had a house fire, so I don't like open flame in my house anymore. And this one I like because it flickers up into that pumpkin. And when I walk by, it reminds me that it's lit. I really, really love that. It's hard for you to see how much it's flickering, I think. You might can see it. But it always is like, hey, I'm on. Come turn me off. And when I turn a candle off, this is how I do it. I take this lid, put it on top, and that's how we extinguish our candles around here. And then they always melt back correctly, and my wicks always stay nice like they should. That is it. If you've watched my fall tours in the past, I bet you see a lot of stuff missing, a lot of stuff I didn't use. You are right. I did not use all of my stuff this year. I have a lot. Actually, we counted, and I have 9 tubs of fall things. But I will tell you, I actually cleared out 2 tubs worth. So I'm down to 7 tubs. We donated 2 tubs worth of fall decorations to our local Goodwill. Not Goodwill, I think it's Hannah Home up beside us. But so not everything made it back out this year. And I didn't decorate like I do for Christmas. I just put it out where I wanted it. And I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour. And I hope you had a good time with me today. Again, sorry for my voice, but I think we did pretty good. I'll talk to you again real soon, guys. Bye-bye.